Boddicker here, and we're back for stage 106 of Build the Battleship Bismarck, the 2cm and 3.7cm flat guns. First up, hull panel. I'll be back after we finish it. So next we're going to install the binoculars B onto the fixing points on the bridge in front of the aft control room. We're going to do that on both sides. This is very difficult, so you're going to want your tweezers, and if you're using them, a magnifier. On the opposite side of that bridge, we're going to install the gun mounts, Part A from frame 106-02. Each gun frame is just going to sit in those three peg holes. Okay, this section's on fast forward, but we're going to take the two circular gun bases from metal frame 106-09. We're going to bend the seat up at a 90-degree angle. Then we're going to take the 2cm flat gun from the same frame, and we're going to bend the barrel at 2 right angles until it kind of folds over onto itself. And then we're going to bend the sides of the guns upward, and then the 2 flanges at the back also. This is just tedious work that's very difficult to film. Feel free to use the YouTube function to slow it down. But then once we're done with that, we're going to mount these onto those gun frames, or gun mounts we installed in the previous step. So what you're going to do is you're going to glue the gun to the gun base with the seat using a little peg, and then the seat and the gun base, well, the seat will attach to the gun base. You see there's 3 loops and 3 pegs, so you're just going to put glue on the pegs and get the gun settled on there. Easier said than done. So next we're going to take Splinter Protection I, and we're going to mount that to the deck into those two holes, and then we're going to mount Locker E next to it. Now remember, this is the rear part of the ship, so this is the port side. It's just reversed because the back, or the front, what appears to be the front, is actually the back of the ship. Alright, then we're going to repeat on the other side, on the starboard side, with Splinter Protection J and Locker D. Okay, further forward, we're going to install the shorter splinter protections G and H. Now, due to that locker by the staircase, they're only shaped to fit a specific way, so each can only go in the specific spot it's meant to. Next, we're going to install pipework C and F by the by those doors on the decking wall. F goes on the port side, and C will go on the port or on the starboard side. We're going to then glue Locker K into this spot right here near where we're going to mount the third 37mm gun. And due to the wonky camera angle, it looks very crooked. Then on the other side, we're going to mount our glue Locker L right next to that, I believe that's a fire hose. And then we're going to install more splinter protection up by the long piece. We're going to attach splinter protection N on the port side and M on the starboard. Okay, so next we're going to move to the back of the ship and install boat mounts O, P, and Q. O will go in the right slot, P in the middle, and Q will go in that left slot by the ladder. And we're going to repeat on the opposite side, except this time O is going to be on the left, P will still be in the middle, and Q will be on the right. Then we're going to glue catwalk C and C1 and C2 across the 3 boat struts. If you remember, we had those catwalks left over from stage 104 in the previous pack. Then we're going to fit vent unit R onto those peg holes between that railing, or in that gap in the railing. Then we're going to take part X, half of the flat control station, and that's going to peg into those 2 peg holes right in between that other gap in the railings. Then we're going to glue part W into those 2 peg holes on part X, and the bottom of part W should rest on the lower level of the superstructure deck. Then we're going to take the walkway part T, and that's going to fit around the W and X together. Now there's a peg on part X that'll plug into the walkway. Then we're going to glue the 2 railings to it and to finish up the walkway. So next we're going to glue vent S there at the base of part X. This is very difficult, and mine actually didn't fit good till I sanded it a bit. I believe that's a vent, and then up on top of the station we're going to attach rangefinder U. Now I believe I'm going to put it in backwards and correct myself. And rangefinder V we're going to glue into the top of the anti-aircraft tower, or anti-aircraft control station. Okay, so next we're going to build 8 3.7 centimeter flat guns. So I've just got this on fast forward, and I'll be back after it's finished building all of them. Okay, so then we're going to install the flat guns. We're going to put 2 of them inside the, they're behind those barriers on the port and starboard sides, as well as on the upper level in between the splinter barriers. we're going to install 2 of them on the forward superstructure just behind Bruno. Okay, so the last 2 will go on either side of the searchlight deck by the Admiral's Bridge. Okay, so next we're going to be making a bunch of reels. So I've made a bunch of these already, so I'm just going to fast forward this until we're installing them. So at this angle you can see the 4 sets of holes we're going to install the reels into. For the port side ones, you want the one further forward. You want the reel portion, I guess you'd call it the spool portion, facing towards the other one. And you want the further back one facing, I guess angled facing port to stern. Okay, for the starboard side ones, you want the further back one pointing from port to starboard, and then you want the other one pointing kind of a diagonally, but more forward than the other one. Kind of like that. And that's all we're going to do in that stage. That was a lot of work. I cut down like an hour and a half into 20 minutes just cutting out me gluing stuff and fast forwarding building the reels. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one, stage 107, the aft signal bridge.